Hey man, I just tell the truth.
Come on, man.
And they don't like that.
Why?
Yo, hey Myron, you've mentioned in your previous live streams with Fresh that you need to put boundaries on the girls you're dating. I recently watched the video. I've timestamped this so you can see specifically what he's saying from Roland, which he stated that he's changed his opinion regarding boundaries. As you know, from his book blog, he stated that you need to establish boundaries, but he mentions he's changed his tune and that boundaries need to be demonstrated, not discussed. Discussed boundaries are ultimatums for people who lack the desire to know their man on a deeper level. I thought in a relationship, you need to establish boundaries, but Rolo seems to be stating that boundaries have to be discovered by your girl instead of you telling her what they are and you demonstrating boundaries by pulling your attention or dumping her when she crosses them, even if you don't tell them about it. It would be great if you could share your thoughts on the matter because this just confused me a lot more about boundaries and relationships. Thanks for taking the time to read this. So here's the thing. Rolo's a bit older, so for him, right, a lot of these boundaries are kind of... he comes from an era where women just get it, right? Like, he comes from an era where women used to have shame, women weren't as big of whores, women weren't selling their bodies on the internet, and they weren't as promiscuous. So, women had certain societal things that would keep them in check, right? But nowadays, right, you can't expect society or her parents to give her to you ready-made. You're going to have to transform her into the girl that you want. Now, unfortunately, in this deregulated sexual marketplace where men and women are looked at as equal and a woman can behave however she wants, I would argue that you probably need to be a bit more verbal in your boundaries. And again, this is why it's so important that she needs to ask you for the relationship so that you can tell her your boundaries. And then she knows. She's on notice. Because let's say you didn't tell her that I don't date girls that do girls' nights out. When she goes on a girls' nights out, well, what are you gonna do? Right? You're gonna just like break up with her right then and there. Well, she didn't know, right? So you can really enforce things much better when she knows better. Does that make sense? So, you know, it's up to you. If you want to go ahead and just like have her find out through discovery and then you punish her after the fact. But I'd rather be upfront and tell her like, no, this is behavior I accept and I don't accept. Because remember, when she comes to you for the relationship, you tell her, this is what I expect and what I don't, and what I expect and what I don't expect. And then she's on notice. Because remember, women nowadays are designed to be 304s. Okay? If you kind of just let them go through life without any type of guidance, they're going to behave like 304s 9 out of 10 times. The average woman doesn't know what a man wants, bro. So you got to coach them. So that's my take on it.